we're sitting just for a couple of minutes, stretching the soles of the foot, the plantar fascia. So tuck your toes under, even seeing if you can spread the toes, get the little toe down. And then sit tall. So you're sitting down through your heels, hands on your thighs. If it's too intense, just bring the weight forward a little. You can come out of it if you need to. So the plantar fascia is the connective tissue on the bottom of your foot, and the Achilles connects into it, and the Achilles then attaches in between the fat and the thin part of your calf. So this is trying to give a bit of length. Okay, come forward, point your toes and sit back, but try and roll your heels inwards so you're not allowing the heels to collapse out. And then hands down beside your knees. You're going to lift your knees up, press the tops of your feet down. But shoulders away from ears, you're kind of pushing out between your shoulder blades. And then lowering down, come back to the plantar fascia stretch, tuck the toes under, sit on your heels. So the other way is to stretch the front of the ankle, and that's good for shin splints, or if you've got ankle pain or you're a bit weak through the ankles, it's helping to give a bit of stretch to the front of the shin and the ankle. Okay, last time, point the toes, roll the heels under you, sit back, palms down by your knees, lift up, so pressing the soles of the feet. If it's too intense, both of them, you can just lift one. See one. So you can lift one, just pressing the sole of that foot down, and then lift the other. Okay. Then come to stand. And we're going to do a shoulder stretch before we start. So take your arms out wide, cross right arm under left, and then bending at the elbows, you can twiddle so the palms come together. If that's not possible, then just pressing the backs of the hands towards each other. Then lift your elbows to shoulder height. Keep squeezing the forearms, the elbows towards each other. Lift up through your core, and then lower your chin towards your chest. So drawing it back in. Keep squeezing the shoulders. Should feel a nice stretch across the top of the shoulders. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the arms out. Then you're going to cross the other way. So this time, right over left. Lift the elbows up, shoulder height. Keep that length in the spine. Then lower your chin. Feel the stretch. Keep the squeeze between the elbows. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Come to the top of the mat. Sun salute. So we're going to do 2 rounds of sun salute A, Surya Namaskar A, and then we're going to flow. So putting together a few of the poses that we've learned, we'll flow down one side of the body and then the other, and hopefully we'll do it in the time we have. So don't worry if you don't get all the shapes, it's just trying to breathe evenly and keep going. Okay, inhale, your arms up, palms together. Exhale, floating forward, relaxing your head in. Inhale to halfway lift, extending the spine, tip the tailbone up, feel the backs of the thighs stretch. Exhale, bend your knees, palms down, step back, roll into plank, hug the elbows, lowering to chaturanga, low press up, and then inhale, cobra. Tops of the feet, pubic bone pressing down, draw your elbows towards your waist. Exhale, lowering down, tuck your toes. Lift your hips into down dog. Taking 3 breaths here, but glance at your hands, make sure they're placed well. You can have your knees bent if it helps to straighten your spine. Then inhale, up on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Come forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale to Chaturanga, so step back to plank, lowering, low press up. Inhaling, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale to down dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Giving you all the Sanskrit today because I love it. Okay, take another 2 breaths here. Inhaling, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Stepping forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Rising up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees. Bring your tummy to your thighs. Take your first 2 fingers and wrap them around your big toes with your thumbs. Relax your head and shoulders. Take your elbows out to the side. The knees bent deeply. And then inhaling, lift your hips. So you're squeezing your thighs. You might not get to straight legs, doesn't matter. What you don't want is to be pulling through straight arms, so you're pulling through the top of the back. You want to be lifting the hips and squeezing your core, relax the shoulders. Bring your weight more towards the balls of your feet. Okay, then inhale, bend your knees, look forward, release your hands, fingertips beside your feet, step the right foot back. Runner's lunge is the left knee above left ankle. Lift up through the back thigh and then sink the hips. Reach the chest forward as if you're about to launch. So the legs are taut. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Then exhale, drop the back knee down. Flatten the foot. Come up into a low lunge. So now your left hand's on your thigh and just guide that knee forward so we're not resting too heavily. Keep the chest lifting, tuck the tailbone under, sink the hips. Hip flexor stretch, it's great for runners. Then inhale, lift your right arm up, lean over to the left, stretching out through the right hip. Exhale, fingertips down, tuck the right toes under. Bring your hands to your hips. You're going to squeeze the glutes, lift up to high lunge. So now lifting up to straight back leg. It doesn't matter if it's bent. If you can, you're going to lift up through the back thigh, then sink the hips. Keep the left knee directly above the left ankle. And now you're going to lower the right knee 3 times to kiss the mat. Squeeze the glutes as you come up to a bent leg. 1, 2, 3. Lean forward. Release the right hand. Palm goes down under the right shoulder. So your foot and hand are shoulder width apart. Squeeze the thighs to the midline. Keep sinking the hips. Release the left hand and start to twist. So you're bringing the right side of the ribs towards the thigh. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other and down your back so you're not pinching the cervical vertebrae. If you can, look up at the top hand. If that's uncomfortable, just look to the side. Keep sinking through the left knee. And then exhale, palms down. Step the left foot back. You're in down dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Bring the right knee to nose. Lift your right heel towards your bottom, pushing out between the shoulder blades And then lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Lower the left heel, feel that lovely stretch through the left calf. Make sure your hands are placed well. Inhale, roll forward into plank, right knee to left elbow. Squeeze the heel towards the bottom, squeeze your core, press up through the palms, through straight arms. Then lifting right leg back up, lowering left heel, three-legged dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank, right knee to right elbow. Squeeze the heel up, squeeze the core, and then lifting right leg up, three-legged dog. Place the foot down, come into down dog. And lift left leg, left foot comes between your hands. And you're going to come up onto your fingertips. We're going to come to standing and hugging the right knee in. So inhale, you're going to start to balance on the left leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Reach the right knee up, hug it in, stand up tall. Squeeze, spread the toes, don't grip too hard. And then you're going to come into warrior three. So that's take the right leg back. You can have hands to hips, you can drop the hands to the floor, or you can have hands at your heart center. Roll, internally rotate the lifted leg, flex the toes so they point down, pull up through the left thigh, and then inhale, float, right leg next to left. Other side. So you're going to bend your knees, fingertips beside your feet, step the left foot back, runner's lunge. So lift up through that back thigh, sink the hips, make sure the right knee isn't coming forward of the right ankle. Reach your chest forward. And exhale, lower the left knee down, flatten the foot, come up into a low lunge. Just gently rest the hands on the thigh. You can even stroke that thigh forward to get the hips to settle down. You want the left knee way behind the hips. Feel this stretch in the hip flexor, front of the left thigh. Inhale, lift your left arm up, lean over to the right. This is your TFL, tensor fascial lata. There's a little muscle crossing the bony part of your hip. And that tugs on your iliotibial band outside of your leg. So we're stretching that. Then exhale, fingertips down, tuck the left toes under. Bring your hands to your hips, squeeze your glutes, lift up to high lunge. So you're up on the ball of the back foot, lift through the back thigh, sink your hips. Right knee stays above right ankle, and then you're going to lower the left knee to kiss the mat 3 times. 1, squeeze the glutes. 2, steady the breath. 3, then lean forward. Squeeze the back thigh so the leg is straight. Reach the left palm down, shoulder width apart from the right foot. Reach the chest forward, squeeze the thighs to the midline, and then release the right hand up. And to draw the shoulder blades towards each other and then down towards your waist. Don't let the right knee roll out. And then exhale, looking down. Palms down, step the right foot back, down dog. Place the hands well, index finger points forward, fingers spreading. Inhale, lift the left leg, 3-legged dog, lower the right heel to the mat. Then roll forward into plank, left knee to nose. Lift the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Roll into plank, left knee to right elbow. Press through the palms, straight arms, push up between the shoulder blades. Then inhaling, lift the left leg, left knee to left elbow. Keep the heel coming towards your bottom. Then lifting left leg up. Come into down dog. steady. This is called a resting pose. You can have your knees bent. Then we're going to come into, lift the right leg. Step right foot forward. Come up onto your fingertips. And then you're going to step the left foot or the left knee up. Hug the left knee in. Your gaze point to help with the balance. Don't grip with the right toes. Now you're going to release into warrior three. So that's taking the left leg back. You can bring hands to heart, hands to hips, or even fingertips to the mat if you need to. So now you're flexing the left foot, roll the thigh internally, so the knee and the toes are pointing down, trying to lift the heel, pull up through the right thigh. Then inhale, stand, left foot next to right. Ta-da! Well done. Come down for a moment into child's pose. So knees wide, toes touching. Sit back towards your heels. Slide your hands away from you. Forehead and the tip of the nose on the mat. And press the palms down and then push them away from you. So feel you're tucking your tailbone towards your heels. Feel that lovely stretch in the thighs, the back. If you feel your head is dangling off the mat, then you can even rest it on a block or a cushion. Okay, come forward to sit. Didn't unmute you. Okay, now lying back. Bent legs, and then you're going to bring the right heel across the left thigh. Thread the needle. So hold the back of the left thigh. Flex the right foot. And draw the left thigh towards you. You can use your right arm to press the right leg away from you as you draw the left in to deepen that hip stretch. Okay, release. Change to the other side, left ankle across right thigh, flex the left foot, hands behind the right thigh, draw it towards you. Head and shoulders relaxed. Inhale, exhale, release. Come into happy baby. So that's lift your knees, straighten your arms, draw your arms between your thighs, and then the hands take the outside edge of your feet. So knees are either side of your shoulders. Then lift your heels up and draw them apart. Then trying to lower the small of the back towards the mat so you're not just rocking on the mid-vertebrae, and drawing the thighs down either side of the hips. You can even rock there like a little baby, but just feeling that stretch in the thighs, the glutes. Then release the legs, hug the knees in. And keep the knees hugged in, arms go wide, lower the knees into the left armpit. If you can, you'll look over to the right, you're trying to ground the right shoulder. If it's too intense, you can just prop a cushion under the left thigh. Stretch. Then inhale, roll the knees back to center. Keep them, draw them in to your chest. Arms go wide, and then roll the knees into the right armpit. Look over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Then hold the knees, lift head and shoulders towards your knees and start to rock. Massaging the spine till you come to sit. Hands on your thighs, sit nice and tall. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.